You need to bring more women for your husband. Trust me, the moment you accept this, your life's gonna change. Men need more than one woman, and men crave more than one woman. See, the thing is, we don't want to say this to ourselves. We prefer to
This
say,
sounds
I'm
so
enough, but
unsafe.
it has nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, when you understand this and have this real talk with your husband, when you understand this, the bond you have with your husband will be
I like what she's saying,
unbreakable.
though.
Look.
You need to bring
All right. Here's
Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that video, I swear I thought we was being trolled. I still slightly think that we're being trolled
Why?
because it's culturally we're just nowhere near that, right?
Okay.
So I do what I do because I did a semester of Islamic studies, so I started talking to people across the world years ago, and I realized that a lot of times that to get understanding we should go to the source. Now that video that was played, that is Marriage is Halal on TikTok.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, y'all go and follow it. It's good. It's inspirational at times.
Okay.
But I'm still not sure if we're being trolled. I almost think that we're being baited, lured in, and then she's just gonna keep saying more and more ridiculous things, and then that'll just prove that men are actually misogynistic and chauvinistic.
However, we have someone to give us some insight.
We do have
Allegedly.
someone to give us some insight. Are you there, ma'am? All right, can you hear it in the?
Go ahead.
All right. So what I did is I called a Muslim woman in a Muslim country across the world. I sent her the video, and so let's just start with. At first, I thought we was being trolled. I had to get the information. So, baby girl, I'm calling you since you're a Muslim woman in a Muslim country. After watching this video, is it real or are we being trolled? Oh, of course it goes out. People gonna think we're lying. All right.
No, just lying. Though, no.
Okay. So wait. I think it broke up. Is this real or are we being trolled?
No, you're not being trolled. Sorry.
All right, we're not being trolled. So this is.
Well,
You hear?
I just want to say this. This woman is real. They are here, out there. This kind of.
Y'all don't even know what this said yet, so I'm just playing it.
They're okay with having more than one wife, 2, 3, 4 wives.
They cool with having
And
4
some of
wives.
them actually go out there and choose for their men a wife.
Damn.
And
See,
they have
I don't
a
even know
very
what
good
they said.
relationship together.
I
and
tr-
they live
I
all in the
paraphrase.
same place, maybe different apartments in the same building.
Damn.
This kind of stuff. And there is some kind of men who are not women, I mean, who are not like willingly accepting this more than one wife.
Okay.
They have no choice.
You're still
So
going?
they play it cool.
They play it cool.
Now, I guess
Still going?
if you ask about my opinion,
She giving her opinion.
good men who actually respect her
She is a little bit of a feminist.
and they treat her very good, and they had a conversation.
She like
they're
a-
okay
she like
with this
a
kind of
Eastern
treatment,
feminist, different from Western.
deserve it.
She said good men deserve this.
Woo!
All right, so the point is, this is how it goes over there.
She says, okay. So she and I had a conversation before I came in.
Okay.
So she says that this is normal. Now she was like, this is more of the old way and not so much of the new way. All right. But the conversation we had, and I need her to say it in her words because in my words, you could just be like, he's lying. But what she told me was that she was like, the younger generation of women, right? And younger generation of women are women my age and younger. Because
Okay.
she's in her late 30s.
Okay.
She was saying that.
Shout out.
Yeah, she was saying that like the younger generations, they do not like this because the men do not treat their women well.
Okay.
So then I asked her the question. So I was like, all right, so if your man treats you well, I was like, does he get this? And she was like, yeah, I don't have no problems with that. I wanted y'all to hear that in her words, though, because y'all gonna think that I'm lying.
Tell her to send us a voice memo because I need to hear this. Because here's my thing. It's funny. I was talking to my homeboy. I ain't gonna throw Jamar under the bus, but I was having a conversation with Jamar, and my thing is always like, what is the benefits of being a good man? Now, I have to take this to Jamar because when I talk to Mike about it, Mike always reminds me, you don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do. All right, that's great. Let me tell you what these dudes, my mom told me at brunch, she'll listen to our podcast if it wasn't cursing. My dad goes, yes, because bleep, insert your mom's name. Probably don't want to hear us cussing all the time too.
Okay. And and to be
Whatever.
fair, but to be fair, in 2023, I do want to cut back on the cursing.
Okay.
Have we cursed yet?
No, not yet.
We haven't
been
cursed
doing
yet.
good.
Because honestly, this pod needs to be heard, and sometimes we do go a little overboard because we do be, sometimes maybe too sauced up. And
But when y'all make us mad though, we gonna have to.
And we are sometimes, we are too casual, which is good because I think that's why people listen.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we definitely should cut back on the cursing because I think these are conversations that we really need to have in our community.
Facts. So going back to it, I want to know what do good men get? Like, yo, I do my job. I go to work. I go home.
Nothing. Good men in this country receive absolutely, positively nothing. Right? And
So
I
what's
think
the benefits of being a good dude?
Well, the benefits of being a good dude is the bad things don't happen to you, right? So you know what I'm saying? You don't have 3 baby mamas and 3 child supports and 3 kids that are 600 miles away from each other, right? So it's being a good man right now in this culture is more of avoidance of punishment than it is gratitude or any types of gifts, of appreciation.
Because no matter what women want us to believe or what they say, oh, this is a male space anyway. So
Yeah.
not
It's
even,
Black Dad's Club.
Not even worried about getting
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah.
But despite what women want us to believe, they love the bad guys, the dudes who ain't no good. I mean, they pretty much let you know that when you like 13.
Well, so okay, I'm gonna agree, but then I'm gonna disagree. All right?
Okay.
Because I just had the same conversation with another pod mate. We'll have them here on February 12th.
Shout out.
And we'll probably talk about this in that fireside. But so we was talking, and one of the things that he said is that as a good dude, he was like a lot of times when he's with the woman and then he wants that extra stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like that. A lot of women, it's like, nah, those are things that I want to do with a guy that I don't care about. Right.
Wow. Whoa.
Well, but that's not an unnormal conversation, right? Like,
Yeah,
if you're a man that they don't really care about, then you get to have the threesome. You know what I'm saying, with her and her best friend. But her husband, hell no, right?
You can't
Like,
get nothing.
it's not happening. So there is something to be said.
Twice a month.
There is something to be said about being a good dude and not being able to get the crazy rewards, right?
Yeah.
The perverse awards, if you want to call it that. But I do think that where men mess up at is that men try to be good men for women, right? Instead of being good men for themselves.
Okay.
So when it goes back to creating that standard for yourself, right? We talked about standard, I think, last season, right? Like, the standard isn't for everybody else. The standard is for you.
That's facts. Okay.
Once you create that standard for yourself where you're like, yo, I'm just this type of man, I believe it makes it easier as a man to now seek out, right? Not even demand, but seek out the things that you really, really want and desire.
Well, it can't be a wife because shout out to, I won't say her name because you know what I'm saying. I don't want you to be mad at me, shorty, but we did that. It was a post on Facebook. And speaking about men wanting what they want, a young lady had made an original post, and basically it said, don't let a man tell you what he wants in a wife when he wasn't raised by one. And when I originally saw this comment, this post, I laughed just like how Mike just laughed. It was hilarious to me, like bust out laughing. And then I clicked on the girl who I follow. I clicked on her thing, and it was nothing but chicks. Yes, girl. Yes, exactly. How could he? And I was just like, dang, where's the logic in this post?
Well, this is the thing. I think we spend way too much time going back and forth with women online.
I do not argue with women online in 2023.
Yeah, I think we spend because our thinking is different. But I believe that as men, we've been placed in the space where let me just say this. You can clip this and piss everybody off.
Okay.
There's way too many men out here with their grandfather's last name, so they think like their moms instead of thinking like their dads. So a lot of the behaviors that we have, they look like grown men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have good grown men jobs. They have children. They quote unquote seem like grown men. But when it comes to just that place of sacrifice that most men have, like most men, old school men, maybe y'all don't think about this in new school men, but most old school men would have this place of sacrifice where they know that as a man, as a father, as a dad, as a granddad, you know, I'll go without so everybody else can go with.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of the new age men, there's this level of selfishness
Facts.
that men have where they want to go back and forth and talk about, you know, what somebody could do for them. And matter of fact, this is a good place to hop into the value conversation, because I think that a lot of us have misconstrued what it means to be valuable or what it means to have value, right? We keep looking at someone else, right?
Uh-huh.
So let me tell you what value is. This is the definition of value. The regard that something is held to deserve,
Okay.
the importance, worth, or usefulness of something, right?
Uh-huh.
So just as the two parts that you got to understand about value, right? Value is either rarity or its utility.
Okay.
So as a man, if you're saying that you are a valuable man, are you a rare man, right? So if you are 6'2", perfect complexion.
Okay. Whatever's perfect to
Yeah,
you.
whatever's perfect
Or
to
to
you.
her.
Yeah, or to her. Perfect dick size. $300,000 a year.
Okay.
No kids. Highly educated. Can race motorcycles. Can ride horses. Master archery.
You got to speak multiple languages.
Multiple languages.
They love that.
You know, you was former special operator in, you know, special boat service in the UK.
Absolutely.
Right? Like if you're that rare, all right, you're special.
Facts.
All the rest of us,
We regular.
we're regular. We're average, right? So most of us aren't going to have that, right? So that means that the second thing that a man has to have is utility.
Facts.
And most of us don't have utility. And this is why I always preach, like, you have to practice hypergamy. Because hypergamy means that you are providing utility. It's not me saying that, like, yo, you should just date a woman and spoil her and, you know, just have a be a simp. Right? No, you should have utility, man. Whatever a woman needs in her life, you should be able to provide. You should be able to put shit together. You should be able, first curse word. I'll put $1 in the swear draw.
There we go.
But, you know, like whatever it is that she needs, right? Like, you know, in the bedroom, she gets exactly what she needs. If she doesn't feel like cooking, I know this is going to sound like I'm pandering. I'm not, right? But as a man, how amazing is it as a man is if you can make an omelet? If you are a chef, right? Like how amazing you walk into a woman's kitchen, right? You spent the night over there. You walk in the kitchen, you're looking what she has in the fridge, and you're like, okay, she got some eggs, she got some bacon, she got some leftover rib meat. You know, what is that back there? The spinach. She got some tomatoes. You know what? I'm gonna make some omelets real quick. Oh, look at that. She got pancakes up here. Let me throw these pancakes on real quick too, right? And it like how different are you from every other guy that's came over there now?
Because I'm sneaking out at 3.
Of course you are.
But I'm married. I am reformed. Yo, I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We took a couple weeks off. Mike was busy. I was busy.
First week of the year, man, everything was crazy. We are definitely, back in the building.
Facts.
Hey, push to 10,000 subscribers this year. So that means that we're going to need audience participation.
Absolutely. So, and we're going to have an actual audience participation thing at the end. We're going to be calling y'all. We're going to be inviting y'all on. Please, if you want to come on the show, you want to come on the episode, we can send you a link. But you better be ready because it's only me between you and Mike. And Mike is aggressive. Please make sure you follow us on Apple, Spotify, everywhere.
I took anger management classes. I am not as aggressive as I used to be.
That is true. And I have stories, but I'm not allowed to share them because Mike thinks that I like to throw people under the bus.
Gavin absolutely loves to throw people under the bus.
I only like to throw Ez and Jamar under the bus. Everybody else is good. All right. Where you want to start at today? Ed Reed or Shannon Sharpe? Where we going?
Let's start with Ed Reed.
Ed Reed is no longer at Bethune-Cookman.
I don't think he was ever there, was he?
He got fired before he started the gig, which is mind-blowing to me. I don't know what to think about this Ed Reed situation. From my understanding, hold on, Laws is in here. Laws, ain't Bethune-Cookman a Christian school?
Is it Christian?
All right, if you for those who somebody fact check that. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a private Christian school. It's a HBCU, as probably most of y'all don't know. Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, amazing. Played for the Ravens. I think Bethune-Cookman was about to get something great simply because, you know, we got a couple of people that are going.
I mean, it's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
When do those
any Hall of Famer?
When do those programs ever have access to these type of athletes? All right, and the answer is never.
Never.
Right? Like, so I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in everybody.
Okay.
Right?
Let's go down the line. Who
all
you
right.
just
Well, I mean, you know, Ed Reed should have known what he was getting himself into.
Because it's a HBCU or because it's a private Christian school?
All the answers above, right? Like Methodist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it is Christian.
He definitely should have known.
Yeah, so these institutions, like for every reason that's above, you know, for one. For two, I think sometimes we come into black spaces way too casual, you know, than what we should, right? Like I you know, what you saw at Jackson State, I doubt if you would see Dion do it at University of Colorado.
Yeah, no, you
right? So I definitely think that we come into our spaces way too casual. Now, that's not to say we should be business, but I do think that we're way too casual. And we know that these spaces do not have resources, right? So this is what Ed Reed, from my point of view, Ed Reed is a very well-connected man, right? He's a Hall of Famer. He's been a millionaire for a very long time. While making your money in athletics is different from making your money in business, he has access to the business world. So when he took over Bethune-Cookman and the facilities was crap, like you should be able to reach out to the owner of the Ravens and say, hey, I need you and 3 of your buddies to donate so we can redo our whole facilities down here.
Write this off,
right?
Like how you wrote off Ray Lewis, the person who helped kill somebody.
Yeah. Allegedly. So, you know what I'm saying? And so that was my disappointment. It's like, why don't we use the resources, right? Like we'll like, so Dion will go to Jackson State and then we'll be looking at, you know, Robert Smith and David Stewart and Oprah and Will Smith. And we'll be looking at these people like, oh, why don't y'all donate to Jackson State? Yeah, I can't curse. The heck with that. Right? Like, no, we should be able to reach out to Jerry Jones and be like, hey, I'm here at this school. I need you to build, you know, the Jerry Jones Memorial Gymnasium here.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Facts.
Use your access to your networks. So again, I think because our community lacks black leadership, we lack black think tanks to kind of figure out the answers of the things that we look to. What does a win look like?
My thing is, I didn't go to a HBCU. I always say I should have. I should have went to A&T, and I've been thinking about it lately. Shout out to my boy Jamar. He graduated from A&T soon. I think
we all should have graduated from A&T. We graduated from Charlotte. Same amount of money.
Shout out to Laws, who actually made the right decision from Charlotte, went to A&T and graduated.
But we should all be A&T alumni. But we didn't know. We didn't really know.
I ain't understand. But I do believe there's a conversation, and I'm tending to stay out of it because it is online and I see it being happening. There's a conversation to have about like the real issues at HBCUs in their sports programs. Me and you had a conversation yesterday. Another athlete, and I'm not putting it on him because I never believed it from the start, but Bronny, LeBron James' son, announced his 3 schools. HBCU wasn't on there. Central, for certain, was not on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
for me, that part didn't make news. Now, when Bronny and Mikey Williams and Master P's son, who actually went there for 1 semester, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I forgot the other boy who went to Howard and left. Like, there was that big conversation maybe a year and a half ago, like, yo, HBCUs, we got to go there, right? Percy Miller, Master P pulled his son, said, yo, the facilities here is trash. The boy who went to Howard left, said the facilities here were horrible.
Yeah.
And then you look at it, Mikey didn't even go visit, you know, HBCU. He went straight to Memphis, going to play on the black coach. And I think Bronny James probably heard that Duke is in Durham and thought, oh, well, the black school's in Durham and it's near Duke. And not realizing Durham is the hood.
Yeah, that's probably definitely the case because I didn't know that Raleigh-Durham was so different myself before I went over there.
Well, Durham and Central is like right around the corner from each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's 2 different worlds.
But I look. I do think that there's one HBCU that has a chance to actually elevate, and I do think it's A&T because A&T is actually in the North Carolina school system, which means they get the same funding there that Charlotte gets here, that NC State gets in Raleigh. So I definitely think that A&T, like I don't know why that school has not transitioned into that athletic powerhouse bed.
Yeah.
Like if you can turn Duke University into a Division I competing school and winning school in basketball, you can definitely do the same thing at A&T.
Yeah, I mean, but it's going to have to do with funding. People are going to start giving money back.
Well, yeah, they got to. But A&T has the alumni base. A&T has one of the best engineering schools.
Yeah.
Like A&T is actually a HBCU that, from everything that I can see from the outside, they do it right.
Yeah.
They do it right. So it's like, Laws, do they do it right?
Come on, don't put Laws on the spot, man.
Yeah. So
There we go.
He said, yeah.
According to the school.
Going to the school.
Shout out.
We investigate ourselves.
Yeah, there we go.
find no wrongdoing.
Mike has a problem. Mike has a problem with Shannon Sharpe. Unc, I stand by you.
I did not have a problem with Shannon Sharpe. I just said he was wrong. Like this is the thing.
Oh,
I try to stay consistent.
Okay.
Now, you're going to find, like, when the podcast blow up, people are going to find, like, my old stuff, and they're going to take it out of context, and then they're going to match it with my new stuff, and then they're going to be like, see.
And then I got to answer for it.
Yeah, right? And it's like, no, like, when I get new information, I do change my point of view.
Okay.
All right. So, with Shannon, I immediately, when I heard about it, I was just like, well, I mean, Dylan Brooks probably being soft, as we know Dylan Brooks to be. So, I was just like, Shannon's probably right here. Now, when I saw the video and I saw Shannon stand up and step towards the court, I was like, well, nope, now you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because that man is at work, right? I don't care how you feel about Dylan Brooks. He's at work, and you do not step to somebody on their job. None of us would accept that type of behavior on our job.
If me and you were Shannon Sharpe, we would be banned from any NBA
Absolutely,
game
we would be.
before the refs cleared the floor.
Yeah, absolutely, we would be. And I was like, yo, he's wrong for that. Because at the end of the day, if you're sitting on the court side, you got money, right? So when Dylan Brooks sent the FU back, all you had to do is just be like, man, whatever, right? And just, move on from it.
Yeah.
Shannon decided to insert himself into that for the night. Now, I don't know what Shannon dealing with. I know he had to deal with Skip a couple weeks ago. He got this going on. I don't know how Shannon woman is acting. But Shannon, you got to chill. You have to chill before you lose those Fox Sports seats. Because I know you ain't paying for them. Them seats are expensive. I know Fox Sports paying for those.
Look,
don't mess up the
Lakers,
bag. Do not mess up the bag.
So I saw the video, and immediately what happened to me was what went through my mind is NBA players love to act tough.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's probably only, what's the boy who played for y'all with the braids? He looked kind of homeless.
Oh, Jimmy Butler? Are you Udonis?
Nah. Both of them look homeless. That's funny that you went there. No, he might not play. He used to play for y'all. He was like a black belt, like 4th degree black belt.
Oh,
Johnson. I think his last name was I'll find him.
Yeah.
Anyway, him. And I don't think there's nobody else tough in the NBA that I believe is tough. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, I mean, most of these guys are athletes, man. So,
bro, most of them been playing AAU since they were 12, and they've been catered to since they was 12. So when they get tough, Jalen Rose have a thing. He was like, "Yo, the NBA is nothing but a hold me back league."
Yeah.
As a former player, he always says, "It's let me act tough, and I'm gonna scream out, hold me back, so I don't have to fight." Right? I do not. Is anybody, if you've ever played pickup, the worst person to play pickup against is a football player in basketball because they are aggressive. Like, they like to put their hands on you. They grab, they push, they yank. They do not care, and they never call foul. So football players are ready for those moments. It's almost like when you go to the club, the security guard, the bouncers they look for fights.
Yeah.
They like to create fighting scenarios.
Yeah, they ready.
And so when I saw that, I said, Shannon got to know better. But Dylan Brooks don't want to fight. And then my thing is, I looked at it because my laughing part is, if this was anybody else, you don't get to do that. Now, I did find it funny that Shannon gave an interview to ESPN allegedly during halftime. Now, the person who I looked at the craziest was John Morant's dad. Bro, you got to relax.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, I think we all know.
Because I can hit you.
I think we all know that John Morant, dad, is living a little bit through his son vicariously. Because he was a hooper back in the day.
He was.
I think he played back there. He was in Sumter. So Ray Allen was at Dazzell.
Y'all go with South Carolina.
Yeah, hey, man, South Carolina hoops is like the best hoops in the
country. You
country.
think y'all better than North Carolina?
In hoops and producing basketball players?
In anything.
Yes. Yes. And producing human beings. Now, the North Carolina education system is better than the South Carolina. I give you that.
And our food better. And our women better.
Food is not better.
Women.
It's a push.
Oh my gosh.
It is a push, man. Like, look, South Carolina women still, if they're not hood, they're still soft and they still like really like cater to their men.
Y'all can fight better.
Oh yeah. We brawlers.
I'm talking about the women.
Oh yeah.
The dudes too. Y'all willing to fight for anything. We dress better for sure.
I'll give y'all dressing.
All right, we're gonna do a tally on who's better.
I don't take credit for everything in every place. Oh, but on the Shannon Sharpe thing, before we get off on it,
sorry.
because we about to make the same mistake that everybody else in America made. That video at the end, they actually all made up at the end of that game.
Facts.
All of them made up. You know, like
Facts.
John Morant's dad and Shannon Sharpe. There's
hugging.
a video of them out there hugging. So I mean, again, they mishandled it in the beginning, but at the end they handled it like men. And I really want us brothers to get to this point where we stop thinking that being tough is,
Cool.
Cool, running up on somebody, drilling, like all these things. These are not behaviors of us. Like they're just not. These are not our behaviors.
And one of the favorite things before we hop off of it, I love how Shannon, when he was on Fox, even though I was talking trash in the group, one thing I did like on Undisputed, he said, I hope Dylan Brooks and everybody hears my apology just as loud as they saw the video.
Yeah.
He said, and he said something, he said, years later, our grandkids and their grandkids are going to see that video, and I hope they also see this apology.
Absolutely.
And he said, so for them. Now.
But you know what? But let's hop into this though. This is why as men, our foresight has to be better than our hindsight. And if you think about it for a moment, he would get no satisfaction by not saying anything, by sitting down, by not engaging Dylan Brooks, right? Like we wouldn't even know of any of this, right? But he would also probably not get any satisfaction from any of that either, right? Like if he was like, yo, you can't hold LeBron, and Dylan Brooks looked over there and was just like, yeah, F you. And he just says nothing, right? He has to internalize that. So as men, we got to get to the point to where we don't have to internalize or compartmentalize, anger all the time because someone has slighted us. That is a very huge problem in our community. Because if he says nothing, right? If he just like, oh, man, whatever, Dylan, like it's a game, chill, right? Mm-hmm. It's dead. And none of this happened, right? The apology never happened. The video of him stepping to the court never happened. We never have to look at him and John Morant's dad making up at the end. We don't have to look at 4 grown black men, almost make a fool of themselves because your foresight is better than your hindsight. As men, we have to get comfortable with doing the right thing and there's being a 0 in the scorecard. We got to get used to that.
Facts. The internet had fun with Lori Harvey having a new boyfriend. And I'm here to figure out why are they right in Michael B. Jordan saying, bro, you losing when Lori Harvey is unemployed, dating a dude who's about to be off of Snowfall who will soon be unemployed. And Michael
has jobs lined up. I'm going to say this about Lori.
You better hope he got jobs.
Lori knows he got jobs lined up. I don't think Lori go out there if he didn't have jobs lined up.
I don't see this relationship lasting past when Snowfall goes off TV. Snowfall is about to come on TV. It's the final season.
So is this a publicity stunt?
Absolutely. I've said this. I said it in the group chat. I said this every time.
You did say it.
I never believed that Michael B. Jordan thing.
I think Michael B. Jordan was in love with her, man. Dude, he bought that house, bro. When you buy a house, you ready, bro.
Well, yeah, facts.
He's selling the house now. Poor guy.
And it's a nice house.
It's a really nice house.
It was funny because when I bought my house, I had a choice between, you don't really realize like, yo, that house is $10,000 more or $20,000 more. It's really like $10 extra on your mortgage, right? So I'm looking at a house that's across the street from where I live at now, and it's a 3-bedroom with its loft. And I don't think I could think about it like, yo, I could put my game out here. I could put everything. And my mom was looking like, yo, what you doing? And I'm like, this house is cheaper. It's like 15 grand less. And she was like, it don't matter. Like, get the house you want.
Yeah.
And I remember I went into the house, not the house I'm in now, but the one right beside it because it was actually built. And I told them, I said, I want this house because if I ever have a family, I don't have to move houses.
Facts.
And I remember my dad came to me. He was like, which one of them girls out there in the front room you want to talk to? And I was like, what you mean? He's like, you don't say nothing like that. And then when you move into the house, it's 3 girls in the living room, and you ain't trying to talk to neither one of them. My wife was sitting there.
Your wife was sitting there?
Yeah, so I was, but you know, she was just a shorty at work, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
You gotta love, hey, y'all better stop these work relationships. Shout out to my homegirl, Michelle. She told me to let the world know that she's looking for a man. She's pretty. She's tall. She said,
how tall is she?
She like, if I had to guess, like 5'6", 5'7".
Ooh, tall legs.
Yeah, she's super cool. She's about to buy a house. I don't know if she wants y'all to know that, because she won't know the dudes who just, you know, bounce from crib to crib. She told me this. She wants him tall. He has to speak at least 2 languages. She says she's willing to take a dad. And, you know, which is what I want to focus on. She has a child.
Yes.
And she says she really doesn't want a man with a child, but she's willing to talk to a guy with a child because she feels like she has to. And I explained to her about our conversation. I'm like, it's a couple of dads who don't want women with kids. And she was like, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to feel that way.
No, look, you're allowed to want whatever it is that you want. But you do have to understand that when you apply filters, it's going to reduce what you have.
And I was like, yo, what you mean, bro? Got to be able to speak 2 languages. She was like, well, I speak 4. I was like, oh, never mind.
Where's she from?
I think she from here. She just been everywhere.
She was, gosh, she speak 4 languages.
Yeah, bro.
You say she cute?
Yeah, she cute.
My boo's gonna listen. Boo, I'm just asking questions.
He just asking questions for our listeners.
For the audience.
It's a research and development. But shout out to Shell. Shout out to all the ladies who do tell me they looking for a man. I'm gonna start charging y'all to give y'all an ad placement on the podcast.
Gosh, you know we should definitely like get like a list of women that are looking for men, and then go through all their criteria, and then like blind date set people up.
Absolutely. Now, if it all goes bad and y'all got to go to court, we have no.
Oh yeah, you signed a waiver.
Yeah,
you ain't got nothing to do with that.
Facts. Do we want to talk about P. Diddy?
Yeah, let's go hop into P. Diddy. Now, before we even start, I do not kink shame. Anybody from my church or listeners right now, go ahead and fast forward next minute and a half.
Yeah. I don't kink shame, but I do on piss. Sorry. I'm not into that. Sorry.
But this is the thing, right? There's a ton of things that individuals are not into. Like I give you the biggest example, right? Okay. I'm not into cuckoldry or stag life, right? I'm not into it, but I get it. I'm not gonna sit there and just be like, man, you a punk, punk ass B, because you want to see your woman smash, right? Like, it ain't for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and talk ish about it. And right, like, how many women that are listening that if it was no judgment would be like, yeah, I would love if my husband shared me with somebody else, right?
Yeah, I knew a girl who used to do that. She was like, yo, me and my man would go out and he'd tell me the dude in the bar that he wanted me to leave with. And I would bring them back to our crib. And my man would be
right. So it's like, so if we don't shame that and we understand it, then like, water sports has been a thing.
Water sports has been a thing
forever, right?
I just don't click on it.
Like, what did y'all think squirting was all this time?
That's totally different. And
that is not totally different.
I'm into that. I'm into that.
Okay.
Into that.
Okay.
Look, I'm into that. I hope she hears me. I'm into that.
I'm just saying. It's the same. Okay. So, knowing that, right? Knowing that it's the same thing and how much men like that, do y'all think for 1 second that women do not want that back?
All right. Now you just transformed the whole question. No, I don't know. Now, I do say this. I do understand there's certain things that certain men of certain salary caps and certain salary ranges, they're into different things that I'm not into. So the girl who I knew who man used to get off on seeing his girl getting smashed by another man, bruh had money. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you who he worked for because they're very known.
Yeah.
And if you in Charlotte, then you definitely know who I'm talking about. But bruh had money and she was bad. You've met her.
Hey, man.
You know who she is. The baddie.
I got a pretty good idea.
Tall, light skin with nice, beautiful hair.
Got a pretty good idea. Stop giving descriptions on air. All right. So, all I'm saying is that. Welcome back, people from the church. I told you to fast forward. All I'm saying is that
church people into some weird stuff.
Church people are definitely into weird stuff, but I need to go. I need to get my innocence when I go to church.
Facts.
I don't want to go to church and anybody looking at me with licking their lips. I want to go
Facts.
for the word.
For the word.
and to get and to get my comeuppance. But I don't look. I ain't mad at P Diddy, and if you like squirting, you should like that. That's all I'm saying. Next.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. Young Miami, like, yo.
Dude, it is a lot of women that are into this. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just say that as someone that's been a practitioner of BDSM, I'm not saying that any of these things are my kinks, but what I can tell you that I've been in a lot of communities. I've had a lot of conversations. It is not as unusual as you think.
Facts. I believe that. I definitely do. Being a person who's taking pictures of sex workers, they told me some of y'all kinks, and I wish one of y'all tell me you ain't into something.
Yeah,
I got the girl who you met.
Yeah, it's so. That's all I'm saying.
Hunter Biden, amazing. This guy never ceased to amaze me. Whether it's doing crack and it's on Reddit, whether it's bruh just live on the deep end. Hunter Biden is asking a judge, I forgot what state, to block a stripper from giving his baby his last name. This is one of the rare times when you want to call somebody the N-word that's not, like, this is N-word.
Oh, this is definitely N-word stuff.
And he ain't black. And
Yeah.
this is when
Well, N-words have never been black.
Absolutely.
They've always been of all colors.
And if we could cuss, I would tell y'all what this is. What's wrong with Hunter Biden, man?
Entitled. Like entitled. He's doing Hunter Biden is doing exactly what I would think the child of a rich person that was never held accountable child would be doing. Now, I'm gonna say this though. The last name thing, I don't think he's wrong.
Gosh.
No, I don't think. No, he's an asshole for saying it, but I don't think he's wrong though.
Bro, you can't.
Because and this is why, because on this pod, man, we preach like, yo, we got to get away from bastard culture.
Facts.
We got to get away from it. And look, I know that we take the blunt of bastard culture as black men. It is not, as you can see, it is not exclusive to black men. This is something that we have to work through in our country, man. Like, we do have to get back to the point. Look, if you don't want to be married to somebody, you do not need to put a baby in them. Now, Hunter Biden went and stroked the stripper raw. This is a whole nother set of issues right here.
Yeah, it is.
So
but some people into that.
Some people, no kink shame. I'm not kink shaming. But
I send y'all crazy stories on Reddit every week.
Yeah. So, but I get it. I get him saying that at the end of the day, that's his father's name. Now, I'll say this, because it's not his name, because he ain't really done anything except rode his dad's coattail. But I can see the case for keeping your name off of the baby that you had with a stripper.
I cannot, bruh, you laid in it, you came in it, you got to deal with what comes with it. Ooh, you can't. I got to look that up. That's bars, right? I should have been a rapper. You ever tried to rap before?
Not really.
Oh, Mike ain't fun. Let me tell you something. Mike is definitely the kid who I wouldn't have spoke to in high school because you ain't have fun. Didn't try to rap. What else you ain't do? You was mean.
Wait. I didn't say I couldn't rap. I just said I never tried to rap.
I used to try to be a rapper back.
No, I never wanted to be a
rapper. I got bars. Before we get to the main topic.
I forgot what the main topic is today.
Something about flowers that you ain't like.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. Take y'all money out of Bank of America. Honestly.
I mean, where you gonna put it? Wells Fargo ain't much better.
Yeah, and all the banks gonna be trying to pull
all the banks gonna screw you over.
I was definitely in my family group chat was like, yo, y'all money good. And I want to say my sister said her money was missing. But I don't know my sister sometimes. Sometimes she be saying that to be funny. But Bank of America, hundreds of thousands of people woke up and money was missing. And why that's, you say, oh, it's all insured. The insurance company does not cover overdraft fees. So if your shit went in overdraft, you're going to have to pay those fees.
Nah, they're going to have to cover it. They messed up.
Bruh, I don't get how this happens.
Hey, computer error. Everything is digital, man. I mean, one fat finger and all your information is gone. Database engineer puts a 2 in instead of a 3. All your information is gone.
What you think about this recession that's here coming? Everybody getting laid off.
Yeah. It'll be short. I'll say that.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be long. Knock on wood. Right.
Yeah, the table.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be short. I think it's gonna be a lot of cutting back and a lot of culling, and hopefully prices will come down, man. We definitely need housing prices to come down.
Facts.
We definitely need grocery prices to come down.
Eggs. Oh my gosh.
So hopefully. Prices will come down a little bit, and then hopefully companies will increase wages. At some point, we got to stop crony capitalism and move into pure capitalism. And and on that note, a lot of y'all argue with me. I don't argue as much online as I used to because I'm getting older, man. Y'all be stressing me out.
Facebook is never gonna be the same.
But we were having a conversation about capitalism and how capitalism is evil, and people say that communism is better. And one of the things that I actually mentioned to her, I was like, I was like, there's capitalism in the Bible, right? Like when they had to pay their taxes, right? Jesus told them, render unto Caesar things that are Caesar, right? They paid their taxes, right? That's one part. Another part is when he gave the parable about passing out the talents, right? The one that had one buried the talent. The one that had two went out there and he doubled his money, right? Which is capitalism. He made 4. The one that had the one he gave 5 doubled his money. He had 10. The one that had one buried it and brought it back to him, and he was just like, hey, I know you work hard for this, Lord. Let me give you your money back. And what did the Lord do? He took the talent from the one that had buried it, right? The one that had saved it and didn't invest it. And he didn't even give it to the person that took it from 2 to 4. He gave it to the person that had 10.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand that the laws of harvest and the laws of abundance, like these are universal truths and these are universal laws, then you're going to sit here, you're going to continually think that capitalism is evil. Capitalism itself is not evil. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil.
I love when they get that scripture.
I don't want y'all to sit here and think that like sitting here and making more money is going to be bad. If I say like, yo, we need to make more money, we need to take care of our women. If you're a provider man, some of y'all aren't provider men, some of y'all are partner men, right? But you got to, but I'm not saying it in a bad way. You got to find a partner woman. Like we have to partner ourselves up appropriately. We was and I'm not throwing anybody up under the bus. But we were having a conversation where, a young lady was just like, yeah, I want to be partners, right? And she wanted to go meet the guy and she wanted to go see him or whatever. And we was like, yeah, you should go up there and go see the guy that you want to go see. And then she was like, well, I will when he send me a plane ticket. And we were like,
that
you just said you want to be a partner.
Yeah, well,
a partner means that you're going to have to contribute, equally in this type of relationship. So I think men that want to be partners, right? Like if you're a partner type man, you got to find a woman that's going to understand it's like, yo, no, honey, I want to take care of this too, right? Like I don't want you to take care of it. I want to take care of it too. Partner men should be with partner women. But if you are a provider man, you can't be with a partner woman because she's going to continuously let you provide. And then when it's time for you to do what provider men do, right, which is like make final decisions, she's going to be like, nope, I want to partner on this decision.
50-50.
And it's like, so neither is right or wrong, but if we don't start taking the time to like really, mate selection, if we don't really get better at mate selection, we're going to keep continually ending up in the space that we are.
Facts. What you want to talk about with these flowers, man? Mike don't want men to get flowers no more.
No. That's not what I said. I didn't say I didn't want men to get any flowers
Y'all don't
anymore.
never let me create my narratives.
No, this is what I got to say though, right? I saw this pod on a black male podcast, not even black male podcast, black male Instagram. And it was like, yo, I love flowers. And then it was just a bunch of photographs of men, here you go. You can scroll through that. Don't scroll through my pictures though.
The hell no.
But you can scroll through the flowers, right? But it's a bunch because you're a photographer, right?
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of men taking,
pictures with flowers.
Pictures with flowers, right?
Yeah.
And my whole thing was like, it's funny that this narrative comes out at the exact same time. Matter of fact, pull up TikTok real quick. So because I haven't looked at it. And type in soft life black man and see what comes up real quick, right?
It's about to be funny.
So I just want to point something out to you guys.
Okay.
All right. So type in soft life. Does black men auto-populate?
Nah, black women, black girl, then black man.
Okay. Now I want you to type in soft life white.
It's just white woman,
All
white
right.
girl, white married.
No, not white men.
No,
right?
not at all.
All right.
Matter of fact, it's not pulling up.
Yeah, it's not pulling up. So my question is, how
Matter
are
of fact,
we?
I tried to put it in, and what came up was white men opinion on black men. Dead ass.
So the point that I'm trying to make here is, Gavin didn't know I was going to do that.
Facts.
It's just that I know the system by now, right?
Yeah.
I see it. So when I see this narrative of black men taking pictures with flowers, and they're like, oh, black men can take pictures with flowers and be soft, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you have the same thing that goes and it's like, all right, soft life black men, and it shows, black men just doing normal day-to-day things that I do every day. I make a cup of coffee every morning. Mm-hmm. I sit down with a book every afternoon, right? But this mindset, what you got to understand is this is intentional programming and mindsetting, right? It's the reason why TikTok, they call it heating. It's the reason why TikTok heated black men soft life. It's the reason why this Instagram that I follow now, that now I got to go back and dig through all of their shit. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, it's $2 today on the pod. Now I got to go dig through all of it to see what kind of messaging are they trying to give black men. There's an old proverb, and the proverb goes, it is better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. And I don't think that black men understand right now that you are under constant attack. The reason why we pivoted this podcast, this is 3 seasons ago, right?
Facts.
The reason why we pivoted this podcast is because we saw that there was starting to be an attack on black male masculinity. And instead of us sitting here with the random toxic stuff, which would be fun to talk about, I could sit here and talk about gender wars all day and it would be funny. But one of the things you have to admit when you come to this pod is that we talk to black men about the shit that we need to be doing. $3. Sorry.
3.
See when I get upset?
See? I know how to turn it off.
So
code switching.
Exactly. But do we understand that there is an intentional attack, right? Which is why we had to establish the tenets of masculinity, right? Mm-hmm. Which are grace, mercy, and care, and making sure that we understand that as black men, we do need to make more money so we can change our mindset to come from a place of abundance instead of a place of scarcity. That was the main topic today. That was the serious stuff. I did not curse that time, that I wanted to discuss today, because it really pisses me off that when you go type in soft life black men, TikTok's run all that up, right? Yeah. And all of our dumbasses, run out here and doing, the soft life black man thing, but you can't even find it for no one else. Yeah. No one else can you find this for. And then not only a week later, it's like, oh, black men can have flowers. And here's the thing. I have nothing against flowers. My patio in the summertime is very, very green. I took horticulture in middle school. I'm from the country. I like growing things. I would love to have a garden one day. The matter of fact, I think the most popular master class, not last year, but the year before master class, if any of y'all ever watched that, was a brother that was showing people how to grow stuff, right? So we have nothing against flowers. Agriculture, right? It's like the huge part of the black male experience in the South. Facts. So don't twist my words of what I'm saying here. But what I'm saying here is they are making you guys gardeners in a freaking war.
What's funny is I was on a podcast last week and I told her, I said, social media has now found a unique way to it's catered to women, whether it's to make women happy or to piss women off. And I had to explain that. You know what I'm saying? It's funny when you go on certain spaces, women will make you explain exactly what you're talking about. And I'm cool with that. Speaking of the devil, I be throwing Jamar under the bus.
We should bring him on camera so y'all can know who Gavin throws up under the bus all the time.
Every day. And I was telling her, I said, look, she had me explain this, and I said, Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, all the ghetto stuff that we see on TV is to piss black women off or get their emotions high. Yep. I don't believe this thing of soft life black men is by mistake.
No.
And I do think, and I have something deeper I want to say. Well, it's a black man's space. We safe in here. I do believe it's so that women can take over certain things and to devalue men. Because,
absolutely.
I think women really, I don't think all women. First of all, I'm getting tired of y'all calling me misogynistic. I believe women are misogynistic as well. They just don't want to tell you about it until they by themselves and you're not recording it. I believe there is a section of women who really think having a beta male is the way to go. And why? And, men, when we go around, we say, oh, bruh might be a beta male. We don't necessarily look down on him. We might want to question why he ain't in charge on certain things, but whatever. I do believe certain women think, like, if we can get men to do this and just pay for shit, $1 in a bucket, we'll be good.
They're not happy with those men, though. Like, we see it over and over and over and over again.
What a man just ain't on Facebook.
So the ideal of being this go along to get along guy is going to work for you. It's not going to work. And there's one thing that's going to work in our community, and that's becoming more masculine as men, but also understanding what that masculinity is. For the most part of what we understand masculinity to be is what we have learned from being in the United States of America, right? Mm-hmm. And that's not what masculinity is. Right? Masculinity is care, grace, and mercy, right? I cannot express those things enough. Right? You have to care. You have to be kind. You have to be nice, right? Like this is the way that you want your creator to treat you is how you have to treat the world, right?
Facts.
You have to have grace, right? That means that when someone trespass, right, you don't feel the need to immediately punish them. You're like, you know what?
Shout out to the baby.
You got to understand that like, yo, I can see what's going on in their world, right? Imagine having so much emotional latitude that when someone does something, you understand why they're doing it. They don't even know why they're doing it.
Empathy.
Yeah, that you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we got to understand that mercy, that grace, that mercy, that care, these
Facts.
are the tenets of masculinity, right? Like you want to be like your creator. It's not starting a fight. It's not telling a chick what to do. It's not, running through a bunch of women. That's human, right? Mm-hmm. Your God-like ability, man, is to provide grace, mercy, and care. And as a man, that's your masculine duty, right? I'm not here to tell women what their feminine duty is. Y'all need to go listen to Sister Ali for that, or your grandma that actually has some sense.
Did she though? She didn't finish the 6th grade.
Who?
Our grandmas.
Yo, they had common sense though. They had the definition of stupid. The definition of stupid is either the lack of intelligence or the lack of common sense. That's a literal definition of stupid.
I mean, that's fair. All right. So shout out to the Black Fathers group on Facebook. We got a question sent to us. Shout out to Marcus. He posted this questionnaire. I asked him, could we read it on air and give an answer? Why? Because I know what Mike is going to do when Mike. Now, no dollars have to go into the cussing jar because I already think I know what Mike is going to go with this, but why not? All right, Marcus says, I'm 46 with 3 children, a 17-year-old twin boy, a boy and a girl, and I have a 7-year-old daughter, all by different mothers. Ooh. No longer with, 3 kids, 2 baby moms, I'm out. But whatever. It's cool. No longer with either of the women, but I think about having another child often. Is it crazy to think I should get another woman pregnant he messed that up. He said, because I do not enjoy the idea of being in a relationship at all with the first 2 for what they put me through. Now, this post got 173 comments. I did not save any of them because I knew none of them was going to be what you get here. All right, Mike. He 46.
46, 3 kids, 3 baby mamas.
2 baby mamas.
2 baby mamas, and he wants a 3rd baby mama.
What's your advice to Marcus?
Get a vasectomy.
Before or after he get another woman pregnant?
No, way before. Like way. No more kids for you. What's his name, Marcus?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Why Marcus can't have no more kids?
No more kids for you, man. We have to stop. We got to get away. See, the reason why Marcus want to have kids is because in our community right now, we fully accepted bastard culture. Like we have. And the problem is that we don't understand. Like, see, we look at ourselves, right? Well, Marcus is saying how it makes him feel. Marcus isn't considering how that child is going to grow up, right? How that child is going to feel not seeing their dad every day. How that child is going to feel if dad is at their half-sister, half-brother's birthday party, but doesn't show up for his birthday party for valid reasons, right? Not even invalid reasons, right? He could be out of the country. He could be incapacitated. He could be sick, right? But you went to little Billy's, birthday party, right? What he's not considering is, the emotional toll when women do not have help around the house, how snipe they are, right? How snippy they get. Mm-hmm. And how, as men, we have to learn how to walk around on eggshells. Well, imagine being a child in that household where a woman is tired all the time. And how to grow up in that household where you can't ask for something that you may need because mommy is too tired, right? Mm-hmm. So no, right? Like no, this embracing of bastard culture. I told y'all, I'm always going to be against it. I'm going to rail against it. There is not one metric or number that you can show me that it is good. And I get that men participate in it, like Marcus, right?
Marcus.
And we got and this type of behavior, we do have to eschew it from our community. Now, I think it's too late.
For Marcus?
No, I think it's too late for our community. And
damn.
I think it's time right now for our community to decide to re-tribalize between the traditionals and the non-traditionals, right? Nobody's wrong. You just get to do what you want to do now. I'm not saying any side is wrong, but once you tribalize, one of the things about a tribe is you're not allowed to intermarry within tribes. You got to stick with your tribe.
That's in the Bible too.
Yeah, so I think that we got to. I think it's time for us to go ahead and re-tribalize, and and I, because I'm from the traditional tribe, I look at Marcus and I say I don't believe in what you're doing is right. I believe I have valid reasons to believe that what you're doing is not right. But Marcus can do what he want to do, and I don't think that Marcus should be discriminated against, right? But what I will say is that I don't want my children to marry Marcus' children. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm saying that, like, you are here, and I don't think this is appropriate. I think that I should be able to stick with what I believe is appropriate. I'm not saying that you got to change your life.
Nothing is funnier than when like since I didn't have my kid, I be meeting like, it sounds so bad. It has nothing to do with the kids, but like I be meeting like other young girls that's his age, and I be meeting their parents, and I'm like, yo, I hope my son don't end up with your daughter.
Yeah, I mean,
because of you, not because of your daughter.
Exactly right, but because we already know what that influence is going to be, and I honestly, again, I just think it's time to re-tribalize. You could say whatever you want to say about that, but I think that if people want to be traditional and raise traditional nuclear black families, that why are we being ashamed about that?
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to tiptoe around the fact that we think that this is better and we want to do better. If you think having babies out of wedlock is better and you want to do that,
do it.
Go do it. if you think it's better.
If you go on Facebook, all the girls is letting you know that's what they want. Some of them,
no, but 10 years later, they're all exhausted. They're all wore out. When these little boys turn 11, 12 years old, they get sent back to their daddy's house. When the little girls get 15, 16, 17 years old, they get sent back to their daddy's house. Like, we already know that this. I didn't curse. It doesn't work. We already know this.
All right, Marcus, I'm a lot younger than you, Marcus. I'm younger than Mike. Bruh, you got to stop. Like, this is embarrassing. Some of the stuff we get in this group, and I understand it's a safe space for men, so I don't want to do that. But
it's not an attack. It's not an attack. But it's embarrassing. But he asked for an opinion.
He did.
And that's the opinion.
Bruh, it's embarrassing that you 46 and you want to be, I don't know, 63 at your kid's graduation. Well, I think that's disrespectful.
Well, I mean, I'm probably going to be 63 at my kid's graduation.
Not at high school. You're going to be close, but you ain't going to be there.
I mean, I'm probably going to have more kids. Hey, you know what?
Oh gosh.
You know what? We're gonna play the voice note at the end, and you'll clip it with the first part.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But I'm not,
and that is probably why.
And I look at this and I go, yo, Marcus, that's not cool. Then I look at it as like, bruh, you already saying that, yo, I've had children with 2 women and they didn't make the cut. So I think I want to go out there. Bruh, just like how we did with Kim K, just like how we doing with J-Lo, with, yo, maybe it ain't the people that you dating, bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it's you.
Goes back to what we said, at the beginning of the pod, man. Mate selection.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, mate selection. And I'll give you one. I was talking to this dude last week in one of the groups, and he got a little upset with me.
Shout out.
And one of the things, that's why I told him, I was like, yo, like, too many of y'all boys got your granddaddy's last name. Right? And I was like, that a lot of that becomes the problem. And again, I think a lot of our behaviors is because, we're not spending time with the person that probably should be the first or second most important person to us, right? Like that, the most important person to you should be your mom or your dad, and the second most important person to you should be your mom or your dad, right? Like that should be how you grow up. If you don't grow up in that environment, I think that's why a lot of people are saying it's like, yo, I got trauma, I'm dealing with trauma. I don't think you have to grow up with trauma. I think a trauma-free life can happen.
I think so. But if you get on Facebook, it's not cool to live a trauma-free life.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of us they
should have never gave us the internet.
Yeah, I think we need to step back. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us that are good need to step back and just understand that social media is a toxic pool.
Well, I think, okay, before we hop out of here, I do believe, going back to that podcast I was on, man, it's going to be good. I got to let everybody know when I was on there. I told her, there's this narrative that men ain't nothing and black men ain't no good. They not good fathers, whatever, right? And I told her, I said, that narrative, while it's not true, lives so hard because the women who have time for that are on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram sharing that. The women who actually enjoy their man, enjoy their great father at home, which is a large percentage, they not on Facebook or they just laughing at the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
And so, bruh, I look at it as like, did I deal with certain traumas growing up? Absolutely. But then it gets to a point where you got to say, yo, who cares? One, and do I want to continue living that life? So can you live a trauma-free lifestyle? Absolutely. But social media is a toxic pool, and we need that because it keeps people on these apps longer.
Yeah, absolutely. Negative engagement.
Like, look, the reason why controversy keeps you on these apps longer, so they understand that and they keep pushing it to you.
They heat the controversy. And it's like I had responded on like under one of the YouTubes from the Black Dad Club, and I was just like, I put it right here. Statistically, black men are better dads in and out of the home. And L. Woods responded. And here's the thing about L. Woods. I don't think it's a man. And I don't think it's a white woman. I'm just leave it at that. And it said, LOL, yeah, that's why your communities are so safe and productive. I think it's one of these pink pillars. And then my response was, really not hard if you care to understand the studies. Poverty and substance abuse are the underlying factors of criminality, right? That's why it's not black men, it's poverty and substance abuse. I was like, but we'll get it together. And I really, really do feel that way about the black community. Now, I do think we're going to have to fragment this thing because, again, I think the traditionals and the non-traditionals are just too far apart now. But we do have to get back into our homes. We do have to start being more gentler and kinder and nicer and grace, mercy, and care, right? And we do have to get better at mate selection. If we do those things, we're good here. We're good here. Now, if we don't do those things, we're gonna go back to the video of old girl at the beginning, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So
play this.
Let's play it. This is what my friend said.
Turn it up.
Oh, hold on.
See, this is Mike's fault.
Well, normally you're messing it up.
That is fair. Remember we was playing like DJ Khaled, like for every video I need to play online. It was like 10 episodes straight, and I was like, one day I'm gonna get this straight.
God, why can't I play this?
You can't. I can hear it. It was just a little low. That's all. You ain't got speakerphone? Oh, matter of fact, try this. See if it works this time on you.
All right. Let's see here.
I'll let you know if it comes through. It should.
All right. Can you hear it?
Push play.
All right. Thank goodness this is at the end.
Well,
You hear it?
I just want to say this. This woman is real. They are here, out there. This kind of...
Now, y'all don't even know what this said yet, so I'm just playing it.
They're okay with having more than one wife, 2, 3, 4 wives.
They cool with having
And
4
some of
wives.
them actually go out there and choose for their men a wife.
Damn.
See, I don't even know what they said.
Together,
I
all in the
paraphrase.
same place, maybe different apartments in the same building.
Damn.
This kind of stuff. And there is some kind of men who are not women, I mean, who are not like willingly accepting this more than one wife.
Okay.
They have no choice.
You're still
So
going?
they play it cool.
They play it cool.
Now, I guess
Still going?
if you ask about my opinion,
She giving her opinion.
good men who actually respect her
She is a little bit of a feminist.
and they treat her very good, and they had a conversation.
She like
and
a-
they're okay
she like
with this
a
kind of
Eastern
treatment,
feminist. Different from Western
deserve
feminist.
it.
She said good men deserve this.
Woo!
All right.
Woo!
All right, this was her comment. And I'm just giving this to Mike because if you heard it on the podcast, you heard it. Her thing was she was saying that in her culture, country, good men. So Jamar is here, and we threw Jamar under the bus earlier. So
Not we.
me, I always throw Jamar under the bus, but he popped in today randomly. I ain't seen Jamar in like 6 months, so I guess all that throwing him under the bus caught up. I was telling them how me and you had a conversation one time, and I was like, "Yo, what do good men get?"
Oh,
and we
yeah,
just
yeah,
having
yeah.
that conversation.
Yeah.
So Mike said, "Good men get nothing."
Nothing.
And so,
You get none of the bad consequences. That's what you get.
and so Mike had a young lady who we called earlier, and she's in the Middle East. Her internet wasn't all that strong, so we couldn't hear her. So she sent us a voicemail. She said
Voice
in her
note.
voice note,
Yeah.
in her country, good men get multiple wives. So what she was saying in that voice memo was, some men have 2, 3, or 4 wives. They don't necessarily have to stay with him. And sometimes if he's so good, this is her words, y'all heard it, not mine. The women will go out and find him another wife because he is just so good at what he does. Now, that shit is amazing to me. I will throw $1 into the glass jar. That's what was said. Now,
That was in reference to the video that we played in the beginning because we was like, "Are we being trolled?"
yeah.
And she was like, "Nah, you're not being trolled."
I just think it's amazing. What you got going on this weekend? Hey, y'all beat the Cowboys. Hand claps for that. We needed that.
Bang bang, not a game. I'm not saying anything. We did not look good. So
Yeah, y'all
and
look bad.
Philadelphia did look good.
Yeah, I don't know if Philadelphia. I didn't watch a lot of
But
football.
I trust
this
my
year.
boys, though. I trust my boys.
Hey, they keep look, man. They keep letting y'all down, lifting y'all up to let y'all down. But I got faith in y'all.
Hey, man, we got this.
Absolutely. Look, I want to thank everybody for listening. Please be sure to send this to one woman, one person that attended the HBCU, one person you love throwing under the bus, and then a dad. Send it to 4 people.
Hey, get it. It's got to be audience participation this year. We got to get 10,000 subs.
Facts.
So y'all got to do it. Y'all got to get behind us, rally behind us. Appreciate y'all so much.
And we having a live event on June 10th. I got to tell Mike about it, so Mike knows nothing about this.
Yeah. That's news to me.
Yeah, June 10th.
June 10th live event. Hey, February 12th though, we should be live on Twitter Spaces, YouTube, and Instagram. We're gonna be live because we're gonna have our partner pod pop in on us on that day.
Absolutely. Look, we want to thank y'all for tuning in, and we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holla at your boy.
Jamar.
I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Stop playing with my name.
Stop playing my name.